You're tuned into Relationship Wednesday, where we expose the lies, set fire to the bullshit, and talk about love the way it actually feels. This is a Bad Influence podcast, the one they warn you about because it doesn't protect your comfort. I'm Jordan Banderas, and today we're cutting through manipulation, codependency, and toxic relationship habits with precision. If you're tired of walking on eggshells, tired of feeling unheard, tired of watching respect disappear mid-argument, this ends now. Raw truth, real growth. Let's get into it. I don't know if you guys know this, but based on what I see and hear in some relationships, respect in your relationship isn't something you demand when you're angry. It's something you earn in how you listen, how you speak, and how you show up when emotions are hot and your ego is screaming. Because disrespect invites more disrespect. But accountability has a way of restoring what ego destroys. When you say you feel disrespected, have you actually looked at how you show up first? Because disrespect doesn't fall out of the sky. It usually follows tone, withdrawal, sarcasm you didn't want to own, or silence disguised as needing space. Well, that space often feels like punishment to the person on the other side. And punishment erodes safety. Safety erodes respect. You say you were just reacting, but reactions leave fingerprints. Silence can scream, sarcasm can cut and deep. Distance can feel like rejection. And all of it teaches your partner how safe it is to stay close to you. Every reaction is a lesson. Every tone is instruction. You're training your partner, whether you mean it or not. Most people say respect when they really mean don't challenge me, or don't trigger my insecurity, or don't make me uncomfortable. But real respect isn't dominance. It's emotional safety. It's consistency. It's knowing your vulnerability won't be weaponized later. Respect isn't about winning arguments. It's about whether the relationship survives them. If you can't define respect clearly, you'll keep fighting shadows. You'll argue about behavior instead of impact. You'll demand change without offering safety. And both of you will feel unheard for different reasons. You'll swear they're the problem. They'll swear you're impossible. And the real issue will sit untouched in the middle. I had a friend, smart guy, charismatic, and reckless as hell in relationships. He cheated on his wife not once, not twice, constantly. On top of that, he verbally abused her, cut her down, spoke reckless of her, treated her like she was disposable. He expected loyalty while practicing betrayal. He demanded respect while modeling disrespect. And for a long time, she stayed quiet, swallowed it, tried to keep the peace, until one day, something snapped. She stopped taking it quietly. She matched his tone, matched his energy, stopped shrinking. And he lost his mind. He said, "You need to respect me as the man of the house." That sentence cracked the room open. Because respect doesn't survive hypocrisy, and reality doesn't negotiate with ego. She looked him dead in the eyes. No yelling. No shaking voice. no fear. And she said, how can I respect someone who cheats on me and treats me like shit? Silence after that. Not the dramatic kind, the exposing kind. No comeback, no authority left, no script to hide behind. Because that's what happens when truth enters a room built on ego. Everything collapses at once. He wasn't disrespected, he was revealed. When he told me what had happened, I told him something he didn't want to hear. Respect is a two-way street. You can't flip off incoming traffic and then get mad when someone flips you off back. He didn't like that because ego hates mirrors. Being the man of the house doesn't give you immunity. Titles don't erase behavior. Authority without accountability is just insecurity wearing a costume. And insecurity always leaks through tone, through control, through entitlement. But that's not leadership. It is not. That's fear pretending to be dominance. The hardest thing for most people isn't changing behavior. It's admitting they crossed a line. Because admission bruises the ego. And ego will rather burn the relationship than lose face. So, people double down, deflect, gaslight, rewrite history. Anything except say, I was wrong. Disrespect escalates when pain goes unnamed, when resentment stays buried, when sarcasm replaces honesty, when silence replaces repair. What isn't addressed doesn't disappear. It mutates. Oh, yes, it does. Because tone becomes sharper, distance grows wider, intimacy goes cold. And then you wonder why. If your partner's tone has changed, ask why. Not to blame, but to understand. Patterns don't lie. They teach people what to expect from you. If every conflict ends with punishment, they'll stop being honest. If every feeling gets dismissed, they'll stop sharing. It's that plain and that simple. Because love can exist without respect. But it becomes attachment, not partnership. Affection stays. Admiration leaves. And when admiration dies, desire follows. You don't lose relationships from one big blow up. You lose them from slow erosion. Accountability disarms conflict. One honest "I crossed a line" can do more than 10 explanations. Defensiveness builds walls. Accountability opens doors. Respect returns where responsibility lives, not where ego screams the loudest. You don't repair disrespect with control. You repair it with ownership. I know it's hard, right? Respect doesn't come back with apologies that dodge responsibility. It comes back with changed behavior under pressure, lowering your tone when you're heated, finishing sentences without cutting, letting someone finish without planning your counterattack, naming feelings without blame, listening without trying to win. And I know it's hard. Repairing without keeping the score. No mental tally marks. No, remember when you did this. Respect dies when everything becomes ammunition. Because repair requires vulnerability, and vulnerability feels like losing leverage. So instead of fixing the moment, They defend the ego. They explain instead of listening. They justify instead of owning. They escalate instead of grounding. And then they wonder why nothing changes. Every argument asks the same question. Do you want control or connection? You don't get both. Control creates compliance. Connection creates respect. Compliance looks calm on the surface, but it rots underneath. Because nobody feels safe being themselves under control. And that's a fact. Restraint is not weakness. It's power with a spine. Anyone can explode. Anyone can dominate. Few people can pause, breathe, and choose a cleaner response. Now, that's leadership. Here's one thing that people don't understand. You can say the right words with the wrong tone, and it still destroy trust. Tone tells your partner whether it's safe to stay open. Words just fill the space. Sarcasm teaches distance. Silence teaches fear. Presence teaches respect. Respect isn't built when things are calm. It's built when emotions spike. When you're triggered. When you feel misunderstood. When you want to lash out. That's when character shows. Instead of asking, how do I get respect? Ask, how safe am I right now? Because safety precedes respect. Always. Always. People don't disrespect those who feel grounded. They respond to the energy you bring. If disrespect keeps showing up, check the environment you're creating. Is it defensive? Is it tense? Is it unpredictable? Or is it steady, clear, repairable? That's all you need to do. Because power isn't raising your voice. It's regulating it. Power isn't shutting someone down. It's staying open when it's uncomfortable. Power isn't winning arguments. It's protecting the relationship while truth is spoken. Now, that's maturity. That's respect in motion. And most people never learned it. I learned it in my 30s. And the reason why they don't learn it is because ego feels easier than growth until the relationship collapses. Respect doesn't disappear overnight. It erodes through unaddressed moments. Moments where tone went unchecked. Moments where ego spoke louder than care. Moments where silence replaced repair. No explosion needed. Just repetition. Because accountability feels like losing power. And most people confuse dominance with strength. So they wait. They hope. They minimize. Until distance feels normal. And repair feels awkward. That's when respect has already left the room. There's a moment when admiration shuts down. Not loudly, quietly. Your partner stops trying to explain. It stops correcting. It stops reaching. And guess what? That's not peace. That's resignation. And resignation kills relationships faster than conflict ever will. Are you someone your partner feels safe being honest with? Or someone they manage? Management is not love. It's survival. And nobody thrives in survival mode. Nobody. Not perfection, but repair. Not silence, but presence. Not dominance, but responsibility. Respect grows where accountability lives. Oh, yes, it does. Saying I cross a line with no explanation, no justification, just ownership, it's amazing. Because that sentence disarms more damage than any argument ever could. So stop being someone who reacts. Become someone who regulates. Stop defending your behavior. Start protecting the connection. Because that's important. That's where respect locks in. And I want you to know this. You don't get respect by demanding it. You earn it by how you handle pressure, by how you speak when you're triggered, by how you listen when you want to interrupt, by how you repair when it will be easier to blame. Right now, drop the ego. Own your part. Speak clean. Listen fully. And watch what happens when accountability shows up first. Respect doesn't have to be forced. It returns naturally when safety is restored. That's real power. That's real love. And most people never learn it because it requires humility before control and courage before comfort. So remember, the choice is yours. And that's it for today. If this episode made you uncomfortable, good. Discomfort is where growth lives. Don't ignore what this showed you. Fix it. Own it. Or walk away with integrity. But don't keep bleeding respect and call it love. You deserve better than survival relationships. And so does the person standing in front of you. This is the Bad Influence Podcast, where excuses die and truth gets teeth. If this hit, subscribe, send it to someone avoiding accountability. Until next time, speak with intention, move with integrity, and never flinch. Have a great day.